Hey guys, it's KevyDog4. Here are my predictions for NFL Week 12. So this week, since it's Thanksgiving, there are 3 Thursday games. The first one, traditionally Detroit always plays on Thanksgiving. So they're going to play Minnesota this week. I'm picking Detroit because they're playing at home. They've been kind of on a hot streak as of late, and Minnesota just barely came off that 4-game losing streak. And I think that Detroit currently has the hot hand over them. Dallas also traditionally plays on Thanksgiving, and they're playing Washington this week. And I'm picking Dallas because they still only have one loss. Washington has won some pretty decent games lately, so I think this game is probably going to be pretty close, but I think that Dallas is going to come out with the win. The third game is Pittsburgh versus Indianapolis. I'm picking Pittsburgh because they're currently at the top of the division, the AFC North. This is a big week for them. Cincinnati and Baltimore are also playing, so they've got to gain a lead over those two teams because it's going to be a fight probably to the end of the regular season for that AFC North top spot. So this game's pretty important to them. I think they're going to come out hot, and I think they're going to take this game. Los Angeles and New Orleans. I'm taking New Orleans because Los Angeles hasn't won in weeks. New Orleans, Drew Brees has been an outstanding leading passer so far this year to this point. They're at home, and I think they're due for a win, so I'm taking New Orleans. Tennessee and Chicago. This one, I'm taking Tennessee because as of late, they have actually been doing pretty decent. They did lose last week, but Chicago lost Jay Cutler for the season. Brian Hoyer is on the injured reserve at the moment. I think he's eligible to come back the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season, but I don't even know who their backup quarterback to Hoyer is. So I'm going to take Tennessee because I have no clue what their third quarterback is like, and the team can't seem to win with either Cutler or Hoyer at the moment, so I'm taking Tennessee. Arizona and Atlanta. I'm taking the Falcons because they're at home. Arizona lost to the Vikings last week, who had previously lost 4 straight games. Arizona doesn't look nearly as strong as they did last year. They don't look like they might make the playoffs, but at this point it doesn't seem as likely as it was last year. Atlanta's fighting right now for a playoff spot, but they need to get a win this week because they've lost. I think they've lost in the last 5 or 6 weeks. They've lost about half their games, and I feel like this game is one that they could win, being at home. So I'm taking the Falcons. Giants and Cleveland. This one's easy. I'm taking the Giants. The Browns still haven't won a game. The Giants have only lost 3 games, I believe, and Cleveland really only has probably one more shot at winning this season, and that would be in week 14. So I'm taking the Giants. San Diego versus Houston. I'm taking the Chargers. The division that they're in, they are the worst in their division, but they haven't looked too bad lately. They've won a few games that have been pretty good. Houston just lost to Oakland, although they did put up a pretty decent fight. But I feel like San Diego is going to have the upper hand this week. Jacksonville and Buffalo. I'm taking Buffalo. Jacksonville has only won 2 games this season. Buffalo won against the Bengals last week. I think Buffalo's home crowd's going to help them out. They're loud. They're excited. I'm taking Buffalo. Cincinnati and Baltimore. This game's important for Baltimore especially. Cincinnati is only a couple games behind Baltimore and Pittsburgh, but they're going to have to win this one if they want to stay in, really. So this game's really important for Cincinnati if they want to have a chance. Baltimore, it's important for them because if they lose and Pittsburgh wins, only one team from this division is probably going to make the playoffs, considering that they're all right around or below 500 because they're all beaten up on each other. So I'm taking Baltimore because of the home field advantage, for one, and because they have the better record, and because Cincinnati lost Giovanni Bernard for the season, and A.J. Green I don't believe is playing this week, and we don't know when he's coming back. So I'm taking Baltimore because they're a healthier team. San Francisco and Miami. I'm taking the Dolphins. They're home. They have won most of their games starting from I don't know what week, but it's been like 4 or 5 weeks now where they've had a winning record. And San Francisco still has only won one game, and Miami is actually looking decent right now. So I'm going to take Miami. Seattle and Tampa Bay. I'm taking Seattle because Tampa Bay, they're week to week. They can be really good one week. They can be really bad the next week. Seattle's consistently really good, so I'm going to take Seattle to win this game. New England and the New York Jets. I'm taking the Patriots. The Jets are starting Fitzpatrick this week. They are playing at home, but the Jets just don't look strong at all this year. And New England, even though Gronkowski, he's most likely going to be ruled out for Sunday, even though he's not playing, the team still looks almost invincible. They've only lost one game since Brady's been back. They lost one game on the Brady suspension, and they are very good compared to the Jets. So I'm taking the Patriots. Carolina and Oakland. I'm taking the Raiders. 1, they're at home, and 2, their record is, I think, 8-2. So they're looking really, really good this year, and they're looking to get a playoff spot. They're going to be hungry. They're going to fight because there's a division game between the Chiefs and the Broncos, and the winner of that's probably going to be the team that has the upper hand in trying to take out the Raiders. They're playing against Carolina, who hasn't had a very strong season, especially considering what happened last year, and so I think that Oakland's going to win. Kansas City and Denver, this is the one I was talking about. To me, whoever wins this game is probably the team that's going to have the chance at beating Oakland if they want to have that playoff spot. And even if they don't end up catching Oakland, they'll probably be able to get a wild card spot considering how well both teams have been playing this year. I'm picking Denver this time because Denver is at home. Kansas City lost to Tampa Bay last week. And Kansas City, ever since Alex Smith got hurt they thought he had a concussion that one week. He didn't. But ever since then, they've kind of been off their game a little bit. They haven't really rebounded. Denver's coming off the bye, so they're going to have some extra rest, so I'm going to take Denver. And the Monday game is Green Bay and Philadelphia. My pick, this one's probably kind of weird, but it worked out last week that I picked against Green Bay, and the opposing team did end up winning. So I'm going to go with that again. I'm taking Philadelphia. They're at home. They lost narrowly to, I think it was Seattle last week. But Green Bay is really, really in a slump right now. They're behind Minnesota, who lost 4 straight, and they stayed behind Minnesota that entire time. Green Bay lost to the Redskins last week. I don't remember who they've lost to before that, but they've lost some games that they should have won, and Philadelphia is going to go out for it, especially at home, because they want to get a wild card spot because they're in the same division as Dallas and as Washington and as the Giants, New York Giants. And all those teams have winning records right now, and Philadelphia is going to want to see if they can rally and take away a spot from one of those teams. So I'm going to take Philadelphia here. And this week is great because there are no byes, and next week is the last week of byes. So every team's playing this week. So thanks for watching this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below and I'd like that comment to be what you searched in the search tab to make my video pop up. I'm trying to get more views on my videos. So if I can find out what you guys searched to find my video, that would be great. So thanks for watching, guys, and make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.